self. Ready? I'm going to read. All right. 5 Galatians 19. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free. Be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. Catch it. If you circumcise, the Lord don't profit you nothing. I'm just reading the words. I'm just telling you what it says, and I'll break it down to you if I need to. But in the meantime, this is what it's saying. Listen to it. Now, what I'm saying is you don't need to go to church. You don't have to. If you never did, if you went and you find that it doesn't suit your soul, it doesn't answer certain things for you because you get visions and dreams and things like that help you to pay attention, that don't go along with these words that's in there, but they don't teach on it. So they don't tell you how to be your best self and listen to yourself without paying a tithe of 10%. Listen. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to do the whole law. I'm going to read that again. This is verse 3 of Galatians 5. For if I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to the whole law, Christ is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace. I'm going to read it again. Number 4. Wait, let me read number 3. For I testify again to every man and woman, even if it don't say women, it's to both. So everybody pay attention. That is circumcised, that he or she is, I'm going to read it as that because it's not just one sex that, all right. Whatever I say, if I say he, it applies to she, it applies to both. Okay? So, okay. For if I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to the whole law, Christ is become no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace. Number 5. For we through the Spirit wait for the hope of righteousness by faith. Number 5. For we through the Spirit wait for the hope of the righteousness by faith. You know what that means? That means that you're living with ever belief that you believe that the Most High is. And if these words is true, do you believe that if you would give up everything, and if everything was taken from you and you the only one still standing after everything you've been through, the hurt, the pain, the lies, the deceit, that close ones that you loved that did not show the same love to you, and you was able to stand and you got through, and it was something marvelous that happened to you out of the things that you experienced. What did you learn? Did you learn that you have strength to go on? Did you learn that you should love yourself? Because if others don't love you, do you give up on yourself because you have nobody to tell you? Or do you tell yourself because the Lord said, I love you, I counted you, I said you're worthy of me. Why do you care about what they think? They didn't make you for me. I made you for me. Why do you care what these people say if they don't follow me? To be of the same, the Lord said, those ones that knows me, they will hearken, they will follow me, they will know me by my name and hear my voice. If they can't see my face, do they know me by my voice of my words? Do they know which one is speaking for me? Okay. 6. For in Jesus Christ neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision by faith, which worketh by love. You need to have faith because faith will give you love. You can't have that. Who you got faith in? Unfaithful people, unhealed people, don't care about nothing positive. They act as if they make believes. They put on a mask to see how well it fits. And if it fits nicely, you won't even be able to see that they was using it to despise you because they blended in so evenly with you. They mimic you so they can get your essence so you can see them as you. You would think that you're looking at yourself. They know how to do it. It's called mirroring. But if you the truth, you'll be able to learn how to decipher. Pay attention. I wrote it down and I read it to you. The 9 demons and entities, how they can interfere with you. Verse 7. Ye did run well. Who did who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? Oh, let me read it again. Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? 8. This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you. I'm going to read it again. This is number 8. Galatians 5:8. Okay. This persuasion cometh not from this persuasion come not of him that calleth you. Now, what that means that the persuasion, who is the persuader? It cannot be the God above, the God of light. Who is the persuader that comes here to still kill and destroy? Those are the ones that get you off track. Those are the ones that's going to look like they came to be a light. That didn't come from the Lord. It didn't come from him. I like to say her, but that's another story. Pay attention for now. This persuasion comes not of him that calleth you. That means for all the ones that was called by God's grace, that means you went through some things in your life and you healed. You learned how to pay attention to your life mistakes and the things you needed to correct. Do you need to get everything 100 to get it in place? You need your spirit to be able to be strong enough to overcome some obstacles, to tell yourself, no, I'm better than that. I'm not going to settle. I still got faith. I don't know where, how, and what, and how it's going to work, and whom is going to be used to do it. But if you have faith, you got to have faith and enough understanding of your own life to be a witness that you've seen some marvelous things get done in your life and you didn't have nothing to do with it. You had a requirement, but you didn't make something happen. What you needed to make something happen was that belief that is a power that you submitted yourself to, that you're connected to, that can connect to you to listen to yourself. So when that power speaks to you, you can hear it. And if you can't hear it, then you don't belong to that one, because the demon got voices too, and it's going to tell you to listen to some stuff that's going to get you out of here, because that demon comes to kill, steal, and destroy and trick the hell out of you. And it will. And it's called family, friends, the things and possessions of this world. Once you find out if you don't need none of these things, then the Lord cannot apply to you. Please understand that. Number 9, a little leaven leaveth the whole lump. I'm going to read it all the way through, because if I stop, I'll go back over it. But I'm going to read it through. Number 9, a little leaving the whole lump. If you leave a little, then you left the whole thing. I'll get back to that. Number 10, I have confidence in you through the Lord, that ye will be none otherwise minded. I'm going to read it again. Number 10, I have confidence in you through the Lord, that ye will be none otherwise minded. But he that trouble you shall bear his judgment. Listen so I can get this on wax. People, listen to number 10. I have confidence in you through the Lord, that ye will be none otherwise minded, but he that trouble you shall bear judgment, whosoever he or she be. 11. And I, brethren, if I yet preach circumcision, why do I yet suffer prosecution? Then, why do I suffer prosecution? Then is the offense of the cross cease. I'm going to read it again. And I, brethren, if I yet preach circumcision, why do I yet suffer prosecution? Why do I yet? Okay, suffer prosecution. Then is the offense of the cross cease. That means is the cross dead. Okay, I'm going to continue. I'll go back over it again. 12. I would, it doesn't make sense how it was written, but I'm going to read it the way it is. I would they were. That's what it says. I would they were. Okay? It needs to make sense. I would they were. I would they were even. Okay. Even if, I'm going to put my own word because it got to make sense. If something doesn't make sense, people, please make it make sense. Don't read something if it doesn't make sense and read it in an unsensible way where it's going to confuse you. Unconfuse yourself when you need to. It doesn't matter who wrote the book if it wasn't written by you. Fix it to make it make sense. Some things is typos, so untype it so it can make sense for you, especially if you're going to tell it to other people so it can make sense so they can understand what you're saying and trying to convey to them. All right. Where was I? Okay. 11. I, brethren, if yet I preach circumcision, why do I suffer? Okay. Prosecution, then is the offense of the cross cease. If they were even cut off, which trouble you, if they were cut off, that trouble you. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but love serve one another. 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word. Please listen, my people. Listen, my beloveds. Listen, my ones. Okay, listen very carefully. I'm going to say it again. For brethren, if ye been called unto liberty, this is 13, 5 Galatians, please pay attention. With all overstanding, get understanding, and all edification, get edified, and all addition, be a student and a teacher as well. Right now, I'm teaching. So listen up, boys and girls. Write it down, take some notes, see which one you fit in this world. For brethren, if ye been called unto liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but love serve one another. 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. 15. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed by one another. I'm going to read it again. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed by one another. 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You got to walk in your spirit. Your spirit is love. If you have love, then you won't have love for this world, for the things that it want to give you and the way they want to give it to you and the things you got to do to get it. If it takes any part of you and it breaks you down to take anybody away from you, your loved ones, or even people that you didn't like, and even the people that wronged you, even people that wasn't good for you, if you take them out by hatred and any of these things, surely you're not on the right team. You're not on the right side. The Lord will not acknowledge you. Listen. Read it again. Then I say, let me correct myself and read it again. The 16, 5 Galatians. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. 17, for the flesh of lust against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. Read it again. For the flesh lusteth. Let me say it correctly. This is 17. I'm reading it again. For the flesh lusteth, lust against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay, I'll go back over and explain it, but I'm going to continue. 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery. Listen, this is 19. Please pay attention, because if any of these spirits is in you, so you can understand why it needs to be uprooted. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have, that you can't be redeemed. You need to redeem yourself. You need to repent. You need to go against that old self so you could be a better version of your better self. That means you have to give up a lot of these things, these feelings, these desires, all these things that I read. If you have any part, or if you did any things, if you know these people and you know these people that did any things, leave them. Don't be friends with them, because judgment is here. You're going to be judged with them. Okay? So 19, here we go. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, immolations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, envyings, murder, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. Of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in a time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. 21. Again, envying, murders, envying, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is, these are the things that you should be if you don't have the Spirit in you: love, joy. These are the things, so it's not confusing, because God already said what's acceptable and what is not. So if all the things I read before I got to the love part, clearly you're on the wrong side. You need to get those spirits out of you, because the demons can use any of these things that I read to you of Napoleon, Leviathan, Mammon, Azazel, Belphegor, Asmodeus, all of these ones, Lucifer, Beelzebub, All of these angel spirits, these fallen ones, people call on them to conjure them because they have hatred and adultery, fornications, and things like that to hurt people. They know it's going to be a hurtful thing, and they call it celebrations. They give us celebrations in this life to celebrate people getting hurt, and they make it look good so you don't see the pain in it. All right. 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Catch it. I'll keep reading till I get to 26. And 24. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the afflictions and lusts. 25. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. 26. Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. That is all a 5. It goes along with the 9 demons that I said. If you have greed, envy, lust, jealousy, hatred, being neutral, watching something go down and not saying nothing, do you think that it's possible that you won't lose your place in God's kingdom now? And somebody to say, well, what do you need to have? You need to have faith, because that's what it says the requirement is. And if you have faith, then you are not part of this law that has love, joy, peace, long suffering. It means that you can suffer, that you have suffered long enough without complaining. You have kept your faith by knowing that God some way and somehow will turn it around. You would need that, because that means you can have these eyes, but they cannot see beyond its capacity or what's in front of them, because we look for tangible things to happen instead of watching something manifest itself inside of you. First, have faith of a mustard seed. Isn't that what we told? I'm just saying, that is what we are told. So these things that we don't pay attention to and we can't see, we don't believe right, you should believe something about you. Let me tell you about all right, Romans. All right, what's this? Mark. He said unto them, verily say unto you that there be some of them that stand here which shall not taste death till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. All right. People, please bear with me, because I'm going to teach you some things, because this world is not going to teach it to you. So if you go to school and you get all your degrees and you get happy and you feel like you got everything, but you have any of these spirits and you have these things that when people do certain things to you, how come I can't get a get back? I want to hurt them back. I want people to hurt me. If you hurt me, I want to hurt you back. I want you to feel the way I feel so you can learn how I feel about that. Guess what that do? That cause dissensions, that cause discord in our family lines. These are the things that help us, that make our eyes go blind, and then we wonder why we need glasses. Oh, I can't see. Oh, where's my glasses at? But do you really need glasses? Or was you not using your eyes well? So certain things get taken away from us. Wait, I do need these. All right. So everything that I'm reading relates to what I said. This is the message. This is what this title is. It's called The Message. And all that getting, get overstanding. All right, this is Romans. Romans also talk about disobedient. So when I'm talking about is being disobedient to who? Yourself. And to disrespect yourself is to disrespect God that's in yourself. So therefore, if you can't respect yourself, you don't have respect for others. You don't have any boundaries. You'll do anything. All these things: envy, lust, murder, greed, power, position, money, trading your natural use of who you are for money and possessions, power, of positions. Where? Here. There are wicked people that live and work in high places. Who are these people that works in these high places? Are they not people that we know that works in these categories, that works for the government? Do you not have a person that works in the police system? Do you not have someone that works in the hospital, that works in the doctor field? These are all the places where the enemy will go. Come on. We need to see your blood. We want to know about you. Do you know that they don't, that you do we think that they don't study each and every one of us? They got our name, they got your blood type, they know everything about you. Depending on what position you want to be in. If you go after these things, they're going to know everything about you so they can use everyone to send to come back towards you. They'll use your friends and family. These are people that likes money. They get paid to despite you. All right, so this is about Paul being a servant of Christ. Let me get to the part where, all right, I'm going to just read from 10 or I'm going to just read it. It says, making requests. If by any means, now at length, I might have a prosperous journey by the will of God to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gifts. Listen to what I just said. Listen, my loved ones. Making a request by any means. Now at the length I might have a prosperous journey by the will of God to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gifts, to the end you may be established. 12. That is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith, both you and me. Do you see everything that I'm saying? You have to use your spirit so you can be connected to the power that governs this world down here. It is a power. And I'm telling you, yes, that same power lives in you and me. You get to choose which one you want to be after you did all the wrongs in life and you were scarred and you went the wrong way. Did you learn any good lessons in life? Did it show you that you was going the wrong way? I need to change how I feel. I need to get rid of these feelings of greed and envy, these demons. They can use that if I keep those spirits within me. But what happens if you never had none of these spirits? Can the enemy use you? No, but they can attack you, but they can't use you. You have nothing that it wants, but it has everything that you have, it needs, but it can't do it because you don't belong there. That is not your spirit, so it can't be a part of you. It cannot enter you, but it can be used to confuse you, and they'll send them in the physical, and they be in the flesh, just like you and me. The difference is what separates us from being the same if we all look the same. Your spirit. Hmm. You can have siblings that came out of the same litter. Doesn't matter if you had the same mother and father. Everybody don't have the same spirit. Everybody don't care the same way. Everybody don't think about being helpful the same way. Somebody's mad. Somebody's bitter. Somebody had to do everything, had all the weight, and complained about everything that they had put on them. They complained every step of the way. They did it with a grudgeful heart, needing help and wanting somebody, or feeling proud and boastful. Then another person have the same thing, but they do it with joy. They're happy, even though it's hard. You're going to get some pushback, because when you're taking care of your loved ones that can't take care of themselves in a certain way, they can do it, but they still need assistance. So they give you attitudes, they make it hard for you. Pay attention. If they make it hard for you, do it change the way you feel about them? Why are you helping them in the first place? Do it stop you from your mission? If it doesn't stop you and you don't complain about it, you say what it is that's making it hard for you, but you're not trying to jump off the line and say, you know what, I'm not going to do nothing for you because you're giving me a hard time. Or do you stick it out so they can see that you're the best person to help them? They would change their mind for you. It would start to begin. It will become easier if you stick with it and let the person see, don't be that way with me, but let them deserve it. If once they undeserve it, leave them, let somebody else fix it. Pay attention, use discernment. That's not for everybody. That's not everybody's situation. So you have to use discernment in your circumstance, who's worth it or not, that you need to go away from. Because those ones that's not deserving, the Lord wants to send you to somebody that deserves it. You understand? Somebody that can appreciate if you take your time to listen to someone. You take your time to care for someone. You stick up behind them. You fight for them. If that one don't fight for you at all, and you trying to give them a freedom chance about life, and you trying to save somebody's life, but they don't want to save yours, and they do nothing but add more problems to your life, let them go. If you still have your life and you got your legs, walk away. If you're on your phone and they're giving you help, hang up. You could block them, or you could choose never to answer for them. Either way, they'll get the message. The first message is, did you learn what I just told you? That means self preservation. Save yourself. That's what I just told you. I had to learn that. I didn't always know, so I'm telling you how I had to do it. I had to let people and circumstances go. Did it go overnight? Did it take a long time? The answer is yes. Why? Because this one did not want to give up on people that seeing that they just need a little sense of direction. They just need someone to be in their corner. In my case, none of them was worthy, and they wasn't worthy of none of my honor. Let me continue. I'll get back to that. I'm going to go back to 12. That is, that I may be comfort together with you by the mutual faith of me and you. 13. Now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oftentimes I propose to come unto you, but was let hitherto, that I may have some fruit among you also, even amongst other Gentiles. 14. I am a debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So as much as is so as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth in the Lord, that believeth in the Jew first. I'll get back to that. Just listen. That believeth in the Jew first, and also to the Greek. 17. For therein is righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness, and unrighteousness. of men. Who holds the truth and unrighteousness? 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in. Okay, let me read that again. Because that is which, because that is which, because which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath showed it unto them. 20. For the invisible things of him that the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts was darkened. Okay, so their foolish hearts was darkened. 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. 23. And changed the glory. Pay attention. 23. Romans. Okay, now regulations, this is Romans. Pay attention to how this all ties in. Get a bang out of life and find out what place you place and what place you're in. Okay, and change the glory of the uncorruptible God into the image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness. Read it again, 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Listen, because some people are like, I don't agree with that part. It's truth. It's parts that is true, and I know what the truth is. So I'm gonna tell you where the truth is and tell you how to read the truth so you can understand how that manifests and how that affects you and where it places you at. This is not to slander or to look down or to criticize anybody. This is to have an understanding of where these spirits come from so you can understand why you became who you are and why we went the wrong way in the first place, because we all was the seed. And it told us that we was the seed. So who's making it up? Is this real a truth or a lie? Every time you believe everything they put on TV, everything they put on the news, oh, they reporting this. Unless you lived and touched or seen or felt in something real that you could say play by play, what's certain is your own life experience. That's for certain. Unless you didn't live your life and somebody got to tell you how you lived your life because you blocked out, you drunk too much, or something happened, you got amnesia, you fell off the bus, something happened where you have to been told who and what you did because you can't remember yourself. Other than that, you should be able to remember your own story, your own life. You lived it. Something you touched. You could say, surely I'm a witness to see how the Lord works. Okay? So, 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. 26. For this cause God gave them up. This is saying the Lord gave, said, yeah, you're not with me. Y'all going the wrong way. I'm going to just let y'all do what y'all want to do. And I'm going to let the spirit of this world, that God, the creature, get you. Serve the creature. That creature serves me because I'm the creator of that creature. So either you want to go with the creature that's going to tell you and mimic things that I can do for you and tell you, I'll get you a job. You want to sing and you can't sing? Come to me. Call on one of our strange underworld creatures so we can give you the joys of your life. Because if you pay with your life, you have to exchange the use of your birthright to be on the opposite side for the creature, for you to worship the creature more than the creator. I just said it to you. Okay. 26. For this use God gave them up to unto vile affections, for even their women did exchange. Let me read that again. This is 26 Romans. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their own women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature. So women, that's goes with other women. And you go both ways, or you go a ways, where you can screw anything. It doesn't matter which part they play. If you one of those, you went against God in the wrongest and powerfulest, ungracious way. You went against the natural use of the Creator. Anytime that you don't like the opposite of what God made for you to be a balance, man or woman, you don't have to like it. It is called universal knowledge and understanding of why we must be under one accord. If whatever goes against the Most High, and that Most High is what you represent, and you say, the Most High saved my life. If somebody saved your life, would you not? What would you not do for that person that saved your life? If your mother saved your life, they gave you birth, but they didn't treat you right, but they gave you life anyway, so you can live a better life out of the life that was dealt to you. If you wasn't dealt a good hand, then surely it was preparing you for something for you to get ready to go through, because something was going to make out of you what you came from, so it can make you better than where you came from, so it can show why that happened to you, so you can appreciate it. And say, well, if this bad thing didn't happen to me, if I didn't get scarred and I got scars to prove it, surely I'm stronger than what I am. I'm resilient. I have all of these things. I got your scars, the pain, or whatever you have on you. That is your strength. That is your proof. You went through something. Nobody can take that away from you. That's why you got to be with the creator, not the creature. Who's the creatures? These ones that went the wrong way. It's telling you. These ones that changed the natural use to go against nature. The women exchanged the natural use into which is against nature. It's not natural to do that. It doesn't matter what your coochie or your body or your mind or somebody made you feel like. Because every feeling you feel, are you going to react on every feeling? I feel blue. Let me paint myself blue and eat blueberries and eat everything blue, whatever kind of blue it is, sky blue, middle blue, it doesn't matter. Because you want to be blue, because your mind told you that, should you paint yourself blue or say that could be a name? You could get called that. But is that something that you are? Is that who you are? Are you blue? Because you feel blue, like I feel blue, I got the blues. You can feel down, you can identify. There's identify and associate the color to that. So it said, well, blue is associated with the blues, it's something sad. Everything is not goddamn sad unless you make it sad. The blues can be goddamn happy if you happen to make it that way, where you sing the blues of happiness. See, I used to feel blue, but I turned my blues into a happier blue. Whatever it want, you can disguise it to be anything. But every time your mind or you feel something, should you do it? If it goes against the principle, if it don't go against the principle of ethnicity, or discipline of yourself and your integrity and the balance of knowing who you are, why you are, and what you are not. You do any of these things, you out of the spot. So I didn't make it up. I'm telling you what it is. Okay. All right, all of this. Okay. Okay, live by faith. Righteousness, all righteousness. Oh, it was over here. Okay, 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? I read that. 26. For this case, God gave them up to vile affections. Even their women's did change the natural use until into that which is against nature. 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the women. Listen very carefully so you can understand that these are not particularly talking or saying or making fun at who or what sex preference you are. I'm saying where it came from. These are curses. These are not natural things, and it gets passed down through our bloodline, through our birth. So if you ever get these spirits and you say, well, I was when I was 2 or 3 and I was 5 and 6, I was always dabbling. I'm a little boy, but I always like to walk in my mama's shoes. And that is the spirit to misguide you already from your youth to tell you that you should be with the opposite of you, which is the same that looks like you. Man or woman, if you did it later on in life, whether it was an experience or whatever it is, it's a curse. It's something that you need to get rid of in your life if you're strong enough to overcome that. Some people say, wow, if this is hell, if that take me to hell, then I don't want to be right. I'm not changing. I'm not leaving he or she. I'm going to stay the way I am because that's the way I want to be. You can be okay with the outcome. So when the Lord said, I'm taking my blessings away from you because you did nothing to honor me, you dishonor me on purpose. If I'm telling you and you hear the word saying it goes against me and you still think that you should stay that way, you need to pray to yourself and ask the Most High to take that enemy out of me, to be attracted to what you made me to be attracted to. I was born from a woman. Every man, every woman. Yes, everybody has a mother and a father, but every father has a mother. And that mother gives life to both civilizations. So why wouldn't it be a woman that this world is mad of? And they told us it's a man. And the man of this world, everything it did caused corruption and deceit. And they said, God this. The woman of God made life and said, be profitable, fruitful. It would not go against anything that is said to multiply. It would not tell you to do and kill and have abortions. And men, likewise, is not supposed to hurt women that conceive. Even if she doesn't know who she is, do not help that woman to be lower than what she is if you cannot help. And that woman cannot help that man to be better than what he is because she's lost herself. She doesn't know. She spread her legs. They do every kind of thing that God said not to do. Why are you showing the world everything I gave to you? What man or woman should marry you? Who should honor you if you dishonor me by showing everything I gave you? What is secret? What is hidden? What is safe for me? Let me give you somebody that will love you like me. Save yourself, hide yourself, preserve yourself for me. Whether you, I'm not a Slim Jim, I like where I'm at. The point is, do I honor the Most High or do I get back off track and go into the world and do everything because the world said, well, everybody's done, everybody do it, everybody's doing it, and do the Dougie or whatever you want to do with it. I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm pointing out how it affected everybody. So, 27. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of women, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat, flesh. 28. And even as they did not like God, even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge. God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do these things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetedness, maliciousness, for envy, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. Number 31, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, incapable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Listen, worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Therefore, oh no, that's going into another story. But have pleasure in them that do them. Now, I said these things. I've read two of them. I'm not trying to read the whole Bible. I just wanted to get you to have an understanding that the Bible is a guide. It's actually a guide or a map. And it's also could be used as a weapon if you know how to use it properly. Now, whatever they told you, it's not what it is. It's our genealogy of who we are through our bloodline and our birthright. If you exchange the use of your birthright for anything that this world told you can have, sign the contract, you sign your life away, or tell you you got to destruct some people, you got to go in the alphabet, the LGBT GQ is a lot of names, a lot of letters. So I just say the alphabets. Please don't get offended with me. It's just easier for me to say the alphabets because the letters actually are part of the alphabet. You should not be offended because are you an alphabet? Are you a Q? Are you a T? Are you a letter T? And if you are, doesn't these things go part of the alphabet? Okay. Now you can say, well, I'm a transgender, that's why I'm a T. Well, I'm gay, that's why I'm a G. I'm Q, that's why I'm queer. Your attributes being associated with the alphabets of the letter to define you is remarkable to me. Nobody should get offended, and if you do, that shows that you have less understanding of who you are. If you're going to identify your sexual preference, that clearly it says the not to do because it goes against the creator that created you for me. I learned that in this life, a lot of times we get offended about things that we shouldn't be offended by. And the things that goes against God, can any of us say what's acceptable or not acceptable? That's not judging. That's saying if anybody that's doing something, they would have to not do none of those things to be able to be put in a position to say those things is unacceptable to the Most High. I can say that. I'm one of those that can say that. It may be many, that says the same thing, and we can say them because the Lord said, those that knows me tell the truth. If it hurts somebody's bones, say it. Make them feel like they had drunk some bad juice. If they feel it, if they ate some rotten food, let them feel it. Tell them, say the truth. Go before me and say it for me if I did anything to save you. Who would not speak for the Lord that gave them grace and gave you peace and got you out of a horrible pit that the enemy tried to plan for you? If it is, then why can't you say that and say, Lord, I was broken, I was misled, I was misled by my own. Oh, your own people. Who's your own people? Is it only people that look like you? If it is, then say it. Then say it. If that's your truth, then that's your truth for you. If you get to say, well, the people that shares my same melanated skin, those are the ones that makes it hard for me. Most of our people say that we make it hard for each other. We hate on one another, not someone else that's different from us, that's doing better than us, or that's in a better position. Oh no, they nice to those ones. They kiss up to them. And especially pay attention. There's a lot of men that don't respect women, but they respect another man. I work in a field with mentally challenged, right? They call it mentally challenged because that's what it was. But for women, they don't. A woman could talk strong, we can sound loud, but they don't respect us. But another man to another man is another type of force. They'll listen to that. So listen, ladies. So if you got a man that argues with you and like to stand and tower, I had one of those. And you get a man that stand tower over you. I'm 4'11", so I'm short, right? Some of us women are short, but if you get a man, you like tall men like I like tall men. The point is, if you get a man to argue and they can tower and they feel great and they feel powerful and mighty over you and they won't listen to you, they want to compete against you, that man is on the side with other men. They serve the creature rather than the creator. The creator is the creator of life that stands before. And once we lose sight of that, then we cannot help that man, and that man can't help that woman to mature. That man that is healed can help an unhealed woman, but she has to want to be healed. Let her be alone. Do not deal or date that woman because she needs to know how to appreciate herself to be able to be prepared to appreciate someone that appreciates them because they did the work. They learn how to heal. They learn how to stop pulling they pee out every time something big and bouncy come rolling down a block or big titties come hanging down. Why is that attractive? I'm not saying that a woman can't have a beautiful body. I'm saying, why do you want someone that show everything they got so they could get all the looks and the stares to show everything? Women, I'm not putting us down. I'm trying to lift us up. These men don't deserve to see all of that. Let it be to somebody that's worth seeing all of those good qualities about you, because if you give it to them, they don't know how to live up to it. They don't know how to carry it, to carry your beauty with respect and dignity and says, surely this woman was made for me. If you look for somebody and you're looking for them on your own, the examples that I gave you should help you to see what type of woman or man do you want in your home. I learned, so I'll tell you in a way that I can. You can't be broken and just be right without being broken. You can't learn if you wasn't a person that didn't learn, and you had to go through lessons. You had to figure some things out. You have to learn some valuable lessons. You have to see which way you was going so you can build a better life. So when people come in, now you have a good job, you have all these things, it's made to fit because you did the work. You worked on yourself to make it better for you so you don't have to be broken and uneven. If you get an unhealed being, a spirit of lust, envy, all of these things that go against that I just said, anything that is an unnatural use of whatever the God, the creator created, it is a misuse of why your birthright was misplaced. Now you can identify because now you got the alphabets to identify for you, and they give us parades and they give you things and they make I'm gonna get it laws where you can have same-sex marriages. Do you see how they weave in the creature that is being worshipped as the creator and say, well, God still loved me. This God loves you. That goes against the natural use of yourself. So if that one you love, then you love that one more than yourself, to get back to your old self, to be able to be attracted to a woman, to be able to understand why a woman balances out. You got these men that wears the fingernails that, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I gotta say, if it offends, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm like, my spirit doesn't allow me to offend intently just because I want to hurt somebody's feelings. But if I hurt your feelings, then if my intent is to speak on the creator behalf and it hurts your feelings, then I'm doing it correctly. Please understand, I would do that with great intention. And if it hurts anybody and they feel some type of way, then they should say, have I went astray from the creator and served the creature, which is the enemy? That is your question. Your question should not be harmful to come to me because I'm doing what I'm told. The Lord said, set them straight and tell them what is profitable and what matters to me. If it doesn't matter with the Most High, how we feel and what we think, then I cannot care about what another person think or feel. Because Those same ones did not care about how I feel and what I thought. They was on the opposite side. They're doing their assignment, what they were sent here to do. They didn't mind to be corruptible. So guess what? They'll sit next to you and corrupt you. Some of them are straightforward. They will tell you, yeah, I'm on this side, I'm doing this, but don't judge me. I'm not judging, but I can't hang with you because I got to tell you, uh, yeah, you go kind of going off track, brother, sister. We have to come back to whatever the Creator created us to do and to be. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to make a mockery of anybody or to say that, oh, something bad or whatever. What I'm saying to you is exactly what I wrote, what I read, and what it is that the Most High has said to me. If I created you to be with man and woman, and you do something else other than that, or you take your body and sleep with multiple men and women, even if you are heterosexual, but you're doing it wrong, you're getting the wrong type of man to bond with, that's not the one I made for you. That was somebody that was there to teach you how to be better for yourself. So you need to get rid of that person so you can level up and get somebody better for you. And the best person, if you can't get nobody better, then why wouldn't you be better for yourself to make a better version of you? That's all I'm saying. That person should not be attacked by saying we need to better ourselves. We need to uplift ourselves. We need to be more intact and understand that these spirits come and they jump the line in our bloodlines and they send messages of destruction and distraction to make us go against ourselves. How can I be saying something wrong if I'm telling you how to love yourself the way the Lord said to love yourself? Have long love is the first commandment. It's the only commandment that gives all things. If you have nothing else, do you have still love to give? If this world broke you, the ones that it broke so badly, a man that would sleep with your sisters and go with your family and do all these things and corrupt and do all these things to hurt a soul that loved them, because God said, I'm here to help you, to give you a different part of life, to show you a different perspective. That man or woman's, they are not ready. They are there to hurt and control and take away your life. They're on a creature side rather than a creator. By the time we figure it out, everything is gone. You're left by yourself and you're all alone. Now your loved ones that you love, those loved ones are gone. Who took them? Who took them? Oh, I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in spell work. You should believe in it because it believes in you, especially the people you sit with that don't have to walk around looking like, yeah, I serve Satan. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to go behind your back. Soon as you turn around and I hang up from you, I'm going to call your sister. I'm going to talk to your friends. I'm going to talk to your homeboy. I'm going to talk to different people behind your back. But then you don't know it's me. So I can sit in your face because you don't know it's me deceiving you. And I'm taking everything from you and I'm stealing your glory. Who is these people? Who is this woman? Who is your kids? Who is these people that's walking around to and fro? Do you know what team they play for? Do you? How do you know which one is which? Because the one that would tell you, no, they are our enemies and they're sending us astray. I'm going to send you to the slaughterhouse. But you can have the world. You can have things that's working your favor. You got rules, and you people, if they say something against you or say anything to offend you, we can lock them up because gay people or people of the alphabet community have more rights than regular normal people that's doing it the right way. No, we want to teach them an example. Let me tell you something without saying a whole lot, but it's a lot if you listen to it. This God hates women, and he uses our men to not to like women, and he uses the women to not to like men, and it makes us haters of each other. Therefore, what happens? You cannot be fruitful and multiply. You can't. Naturally, you can't. So, in order to do that, you would have to get somebody that can. If you're in the same, you need to go out because that woman needs a man, or you want to adopt. You can. But if you naturally want to have the experience, natural, not artificial, not somebody sticking and saving some eggs. If your condition or situation fits for it, then the Lord, you take it up with the Lord. If it pleases the Lord and it knows your situation that it can't be done no other way, then your situation may be different and the Lord may spare you in that way. But anything else that goes against the natural use, and you naturally can do it, and you do it another way, you exchange your body parts. You don't like what you was born as. You don't like the way what you have. You got small titties, you got big titties. I want to be a little small. I want to be a little bigger. I want to be a little thicker. I don't like being too skinny. I don't like to. If nothing physically and medically is wrong with you, and you want to change, I'm just telling you what it sounds and what it says to the Lord. I don't like what you made. I don't like how I am. I'm going to change because I got money to do it, and I can change my name. I can do what I want to do because it's my life, and I have free will. You can. You can. And the Lord would allow you to do it because those going to get to see which one is strong in their faith to appreciate what they came from. Even if we wear hair, especially for the women that wear, I wear wigs. I call them hair hats because I get to take it off and put it on if I want. Now, the lace fronts and all these things, it's wonderful to have them if we like them. I like them, right? They're nice, give us different styles to look and whatever. And people go out, women go all the way out their way. Men, everybody that wears them. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. I'm just saying, especially for our women, because women of melanated don't appreciate what we naturally have. And we rather be everything else, but to appreciate sometimes to wear our natural self more than we can spend time getting a wig and washing it out and lacing the front and fixing it and gelling it down. Because if you took that off and you didn't have as much makeup and you had your man to really to look at you with all of that stuff off, would you still look as beautiful as you are if you didn't have a box of makeup? If you could just be natural and appreciate, I love the way I look naturally. I like the way I smile. Yeah, you could put lip gloss on. I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm telling you to be natural, to appreciate what you was born to be. It says something to the creator that you are thankful for what you was made and how you was made. You appreciate everything that you didn't appreciate. Did you learn in your life why you should appreciate? I'm not saying I always did. What I'm saying is I learned, so I'm telling you what is acceptable to the Most High and what is not. So the things that we think that is not acceptable and we think that is not important, if it's important to the Lord, why would not be important to you? If that's the one that gets you through the things that you can't see, because it sees what you can't see and it looks out for you, why wouldn't you think about what can I do to be better for that one, that power that looks out for me? What do I need to have? It says to have faith. If I can't see it, what else would I need? It said, why you can't see me? I'm watching you every day. I send my angels to come down and they look like me and they look like you. I made you in my image. What are you saying? How can you think that I'm not seeing you? If I said I smiled at you and someone said, oh, you look beautiful today, do you think that's not me watching you? Listen, the mother of all creations, we have both sides. We have a masculine and a feminine side. That's why two men and two women should not and cannot and should not be together. I'm going to just say should not. Now, people do it. And you said one is soft, one is going to play the feminine role because you need a feminine. Listen to the science of it. You still need a masculine and a feminine. Two masculines, two dominants, two rulers. It's not going to work. Why? Because look, this is what they did to the world. What they said, men was running. Yes, women is getting jobs and we coming out and we being more known. It's going back to what is naturally the perspective of what it's supposed to be. It's not women over the men to lessen the man. It's the woman's job to be the creators of creation and to nurture it. The men uphold that and nurture and protect that creation of the creator that is the creation of mankind. Women, find your place back in line. if you're doing all these things, jiggling down the street, women, as soon as you hear music, the first thing our butts is bouncing, beep, 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 and you doing all these kind of things, and you want everybody to see how you move. People, for men and women that go to strip clubs, you should stop going and paying your money, because when you just keep your money in your pocket and watch it for free, you could go to the concerts. They show you on the TV, they show you all over the place, especially in the concerts on the stage, and you watch them perform. They having sex on the stage for free. It's not literally intercourse, but it's damn near close to it. And guess what? You already paid. You got your money's worth. The women's open up their legs. They do all kinds of things. They got lap dances happening to the best of them. And these men don't see that the industry is using our men and our women to disgrace ourselves, because if we knew where we came from, we would not be doing these things, gyrating all over the world and getting paid for it to show our bodies and our talent in that way. We are talented, but they're exploiting us at the detriment of who we are in our kingdom, in our village, in our bloodlines. They making us look like empty-minded savages. We don't see it like that because everybody's clapping. Oh, I like this one. I don't have to say no names, but the same industry is a bloodthirsty bloodbath that plays Russian roulette with our loved ones. The industry. Didn't we listen to anything that DMX said? Did he not tell us the industry is not the same? It's a beast, it's a weapon, and they use it to taking out our loved ones. They taking us out. Why? For fame and glory, because somebody wanted to be on top. Somebody got to get left, and somebody got to get got. Life and death, somebody got to come, somebody got to go. They understand the principle. Then they say the third degree Mason. Then you got the covens, the community, the covens, the cults. Listen to me. I'm a survivor that survived the attacks. If you think about the elites and you think about the industry, how many people was lost through to witchcraft, to spell works, that was used on me for many years from my beginning. I'm still here. So I'm telling you, you can say who I am. Read the book. Go to Revelations 14:20, 14:7. Whatever you want to do, listen to me. Babylon is falling. Babylon, the great, is falling. What is Babylon? New York City, America. Listen to what I'm saying to you. If we went against any of these principles that I said to you, I just read a few. I just want you to get in your mind so you can understand how the enemy was able to trick us. And then they made churches and all kinds of religions, and they made all these things to say, in God we trust. Everybody has a free will. Everybody could speak. Everybody could say these things, and everybody could. It's not as an illusion, because if everybody got free will, guess what? Somebody else's will and whatever it is that they believe can affect your belief. I don't believe that. Well, I don't, well, explain it to me. Well, gladly, surely I will. I'm going to explain it to you. People don't like to say CV or whatever. They speak in code. We don't want nothing to get flagged. I don't see why I should get flagged if I'm telling the truth. They made a thing that people didn't want to take the shot. Everybody didn't want to get the jab. Everybody didn't want, you understand what I'm saying? People believe exercising their free will and their birthright, and to be able to say with their amendment, no. Guess what happened? They forced people anyway against their belief or their religion. And then they said, well, some people, if you got a religious problem or whatever the case is, you can be excused. But what happened to most people? You see how that is? How come they get excused and they infringement is not being infringed upon? But me by myself, if I say, if I don't use a religion, then I'm forced to play along, even if I don't want to play. Well, then you lose your job. But then you can't, well, then you lose your pay. You'll lose your position in line. You'll lose your 401k. And you say, oh no, I don't want to lose that. I worked too hard. I'm almost done. I'm in my 50s. I'm close to my 60s. I got about at least about 10 more years to go. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. These things is how they tell us to choose which way we want to go. You still got a choice. Yes, is it hard if you didn't have no money but you had to stand out? I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna stick myself because I don't know what you put in it. And even if you was, I know that you're a scientist. I don't even know you. You're a stranger to me. Did the Lord and not instilled in our parents to tell us not to talk to strangers? I said, listen, don't talk to strangers. If you go to school and you're school age and you're able to go to school by yourself, they're going to tell you, don't take nothing from strangers, don't get close to nobody's car, and don't take no candy from nobody. And for little boys and little girls, don't sit on nobody's lap. If somebody touch you inappropriately, make sure you run and tell your mom, especially if you got good parents or good guardians. Your parents are your guardians. It doesn't matter which one they are. It could be a grandmother, it could be an uncle, it could be a little cousin, it could be an aunt. I don't care who it is. Whoever is responsible for raising that life has the responsibility to make sure that life get the best care so it can grow up with the best decisions to make for itself, he or she. It's only two. It's not in the middle. You cannot be in the middle and say, well, I was a boy and I want to be called a girl. You can do all of that. You want to be called a squirrel or whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. Be careful and just acknowledge that if the Lord said, I should not be on this side goes against your righteousness for my life. And if I stay and say, I'm okay with the decision that I'm disobeying you. So whatever happens in my life, let me believe and know I'm not covered by disobedience that goes against the righteousness that gave me my life. It says if you go against me, it could cause death. Anybody that agree or doing the same done to you. I'm just telling you, whoever you connected to and you approve and you said, well, it's okay. That's not me. That's just this one. I don't steal, but this one still. It lies, but they ain't stealing from me. I'll watch them steal from many people. If you did and you share any one of these attributes, let me tell you what the attribute of that demon is Belphegor. It stands neutral during a war. Any type of mischief, and you stand there and you okay it, and you don't stop it or say or defend someone or action or to that person, or that person do likewise to you the same, and say, hey, brother or sis, don't do that. Because if you do that, and whatever your comment is, I'm not going to be part of that. I'm telling you now, I'm going to let go. People, be willing to let go of some things and people and places and things that you may have to give up because of those things is being corrupt and they join the creature rather than the creator, knowing or unknowingly. It's not like, oh, you didn't know, so. But if your soul is darker, then it's harder for you to get back to your righteous side, which is your own light. Let me get back in my sound mind. The further you go, the more double-minded the mind gets. It cannot make rational and healthy decisions. I said healthy decisions. It will argue, but it won't be toxic. The toxic people believe in toxicity. Somebody being jealous and calling, looking through your man or your woman's phone. And when you gonna call me, who you was out with? I thought you was coming back. Why you messing with her? I thought you want that person to cook for you. I went through all of that stupidness. Let me tell you, when you get better and you preserve yourself and you understand why you need to be a part of God's witness, you need to heal yourself from the madness so you don't be thinking like that. Why are you insecure? Why are you jealous of someone? What do they have that God didn't give you? Everything? Faith? Maybe? I don't know. It gave us. It gave us something. It gave us life. It gave us something that we couldn't got ourselves out of. It gave us love. It gave us support. It gave us people to watch over us when we couldn't watch ourselves. Somebody said something good to you. And out of the family, you was probably the one that was picked on. They thought you shouldn't have been nothing. You wasn't going to be nobody. So they outcast you. They put you to the side, put you on the side and the back. They talked about you behind your back. They teamed up with other people just to go and spite you and to say, I was your sister. I had one of those. I had two of them. Now I have none. They still alive, but they disown me or I disown them. Either way, they're not, because we don't share the same spirit. Because if you did, you would be supportive of this one. You would help this one. You would want to know what she's going through. You would want to help and be a part. So that one that's a part of you, that's a part of God, to give a blessing, to be a blessing to you. When that blessing goes and God said, well, I walked around, he said, look, if somebody don't want to accept you and they don't want to be with you, they don't want to treat you good, leave them. Grab your whole goddamn self and all your goddamn, grab all the things about you that you love about you. Take all your love and take it with you. If the Lord got favor with you, take all your favor with you. They gets nothing. Why? Because they didn't do good by you. You see how that go? And people say, well, the Lord is always forgiving. No. No, she's not. I call her she, because she's me. And she's in all of us. And we all have a masculine and a feminine side to us. If that woman, if a mother, if anything mess with that woman's children, do you think that she won't tear heaven and hell up to protect her child if she was wronged by anybody or anyone in a disrespectful way and they took advantage of her children? Do you think that woman's voice won't change? When we get to a certain anger or a certain peak, the voice changes. It goes a little deeper. It gets deep. It can sound like something else. It can sound like a masculine, because that masculinity of warrior spirit takes over. Surely it's not so nice and gentle as when you're at your natural peak. Be mindful of this place saying that everything is doable here, because this is the world, this is the country where freedom is, and everybody can do whatever you want. At the expense of who? Who do you think that is at the expense of? Surely it's the people that they want to deceive. They call us the weakest vessel. Do you have to have something? Do you have to be given something to be able to say, I'm worth something? What are you worth? Is it money? No, I'm worth more than that. Money can't pay for who I am and why the Lord loves me, why my ancestors can shout, why we got ancestors, and to my readers out there, tarot readers, don't have to listen and like all of them. Because not everybody know what they're reading, and not everybody's reading for the same side. Some people work for the creature. And then you got God's ones that works for the creator. Be there to set the story straight, tell the truth. I don't need to put my hand on the Bible because the Bible's full of lies. And you got to decipher that. And only one's power and authority can say how to say the truth. If that one said, don't go to those churches, that's not me. I'm not there. Now, listen, that's not for everybody, but that's for everybody that is like me and that works for the same creator as me. None of us go to church. And if we did, we stop. We're not part of nobody's religion, because we understand that's where the enemy goes there to trick people like us, because we ain't got no business there. So every chosen star seed, sun seed, whatever seed you are, that's the creator that is here to uplift, share light and love down here to the unfortunate people that got lost, because this world told us that he is the God of this world that causes so much pain and anger and death. Why is death not natural? Who is this that's walking around causing death? What do they use? They use things. They put people names in jars. They want you to stay still. If they don't want you to move and don't want you to have a job, they do things and put your name on paper, bury things in sand in the dirt, and put things in front of your house and touch your door, or maybe touch you with a hug or something. Listen, they say, oh, you must be a witch. No. whatever I am. I can have knowledge of things. That doesn't make a person who they are because of by their knowledge, because you have knowledge. And they said, well, do you do any of those things? I said, no, I never did them. But how do you know? Because I study, I see people talk about them. So I understand that it's real. Just because it didn't happen to you or you don't know that it happened to you doesn't make it not true. And it doesn't make every goddamn thing evil. And if something is evil, wouldn't you want to know that it exists? Now, for the ones that say, I didn't know, that's too much for me, that's scary. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in death. I don't believe in this. I'm scared of this. And you scared, then you scared of yourself. Therefore, you unstable in all your ways. So, any man or woman that gets you, you are unstable and unfit to be able to have a healthy, productive, and healthy lifestyle. That doesn't mean that you don't wash up, doesn't mean that you don't go to work and you don't keep yourself and go to the gym. You can have the best body in the wrongest mind and the wrongest spirit and don't belong to nothing with the Lord because there are men that watches these women. A lot of these women is got the mermaid spirits and a lot of them is seek to hurt men, especially in these communities. They hate men. They know that the men, they don't like men because men is chauvinists and they got that type of mindset. These are low vibrational. Let me take my time. They're low vibrational beings that really love men, but they like to use women as a front because they don't want to be seen as that a faggot or they just don't want to be called that. They don't want to be seen as a gay man that likes men. But their actions, their attributes, if they tower over you and they can't settle down and they got to have a lot, but they can never give themselves to one woman. They got to have so many. Yes, you can be a player because a lot of them, not for everybody in the Tinkerbell because they're a player. Now, they like to crush a lot. So they don't want nobody feelings getting hurt because they want to taste all the flavors of the rainbow. Some straight men, they do that. I'm saying for the undercovers, how to detect them. They argue with women. They don't know who they are as a man. They don't know how to relate to a woman, but they know how to relate to a man because a man don't need to be told they pretty and certain things and how to treat them and hold their hand, open the doors for them. They don't have to do all of that. Even with the ones that want to change and act like they women, and they want to be more women than a woman that was born to be a woman. And anybody, and this is for some tarot readers, please, or for people out there, period. This is, I don't want to say it like that because I'm not offending anybody, but I do want to say this. If anything or anybody is representing anything that's holy, that is of the Creator, should not be called a bitch or a nigger. I don't care which way, how it sounds, that is, oh, I don't mean it that way. I mean it in a good way. It's no good way to say anything on high caliber that represents anything that is holy should be called or accentuated or insinuated or connected to those low vibrational words. Bitch, if your man, if he messed up, that's good for him because he don't know what he had, bitch. And this is a woman of God or a man of God should not be associated with that language. You have to rise up and say something that is fitting for that person in that caliber. Do you put them in such a low vibrational state, or do you place them in a place where it got more honor, it has more weight that equal to this person that is representing the creator in a certain way and is given respect there? You would not call the creator a YN, a little nigga, or a YG, a young girl. I'm just saying. We need to think highly and think more better of ourselves. And for these men to be saying that about a woman and whatever, I'm just saying that a lot of us is confused about who and why we are. Why are you attracted to something that looks like you? Than other than where you came from. Why don't you like where you came from? What happened when your mother made you? When you came from that woman, no matter if you was born to that woman and you saw her or she didn't treat you good, was that the reason why you went the other way to go against God? It doesn't matter when or how it happened. It's still going against the creator. And it's death that will make that happen. It is not a celebration as if the world told you. You can say it's acceptable. Well, I could marry another, we could go get married, or I could go to another state. I could marry a young girl. All these things, pedophiles, everything that goes against the most high creation of damaging another spirit or another soul to do any harm or to cause any harm, and especially to the ones he said, touch not my ones, anointed my prophets. Do them no harm. That means the enemy already know. That spirit knows I cannot play with that one. I cannot harm or manipulate, and I shouldn't try to hurt that one. Okay, guess what happens? The spirit knows. The entity that is using the vessel don't. Guess what it's going to do? It's going to trick their asses because that one works for the Most High anyway. It does, and it's going to answer to that one, and it's going to be friends and respect. Whatever the Most High say, that is her favorite, his or hers, whatever. I'm gonna say he because we've been so indoctrinated and imploded and stabbed by centuries and decades and generation to say he that deceived the world is the same he that it says that is the creature. How is the creature being a creator that goes against itself? I'm going to turn you into a debased part and make you lust against yourself. And if you do these things and hang out with these people, I'm going to crucify you. Do you think the enemy is crucifying itself for being a crucifier? No. One is speaking of what God expects, and the other, and it's still speaking. It's one person. These people wrote the book. They still have to say the truth. Now, how you interpret the truth is how well you get through the shenanigan of life that they made for you. And then they're going to say, this is the only way you can live in the matrix. So you should stay blind, deaf, and dumb, and let us control you. And you get to play video games so you can play yourselves in real time and make believe that you're playing other people. You can dress them up. I'm just saying, the mind. They know how to play games with our mind, and then you get into these game systems where you could be a cop. Guess what? To be a cop, you got to do psychological things to be a detective. And any one of these things, they got to see what these little funny pictures, what it looks like to you. No wrong or right answer. They want to see what kind of vision you see. They want to study you. They want to know if you got an alien name. If somebody died and left you alimony, did your ancestors come back and give you something? Did somebody share something with you? Did you have anything in the bank? They want to know everything about you. So when you play in their games and you wonder why they know things about you and why we still get scam and scam calls likely and all of that, who you think they get it from? Who has our information? You go to the doctor. Why would they not know nothing about you? They got your blood work. It's public. Everybody can get it. You go to any hospital and they still get it. They can look you up and say, yeah, I seen the last time you was here, such and such. You call a bank, it's supposed to be private. And anytime you talk to somebody else is new and looking in your account. So is anything private, really? No, they know everything about you. So anybody could use something and pay somebody off to keep a secret. I'm talking in this one, and you can get paid a large sum of money. I pay you $10,000. I could pay you $23,000 if you could get this one out the way, because they're talking about God. I'll pay you all this money. I'll go to a practitioner. I'll travel to the darkest part of the world to find the darkest one that can kill this one. But nobody's saying nothing because nobody's seen me. They can't point the finger. They won't even see it. But this person will be done. And guess what happens when it can't be done? Do you know people that play with in the spiritual realm? And they make discerns and they doing all these things. Do you know that they making portals to bring in the heavens and bring the unwanted creatures down to earth? So now you got both, and then you can't see because now it's mixed up and they look like you and they look like me, but they talk a lot. They talk alike, but they not, because their spirits is not the same. You would have to know if you the truth and who's not. Everybody, if you listen to me, gets measured up to me. How come? Because I have not sinned from my youth, and I made amends and repented of my sins of this world. So when you have less worldly, you do not comply to their laws, it doesn't apply to you. When you're not part of their world, you're not drinking, you're not drugging, you ain't sleeping around, you ain't doing none of these things that that spirit or entity can use to enter in to alter your mind or your state. I didn't say to not to drink. I'm just saying for those, the less you have of this world, the less spirits it can use to use you. So if somebody happened to wrong you, you can call judgment. May not be for everybody, but I can say it. For the ones that repented and we got out of that system that says you only circumcised, circumcision, or whatever, unleavened, to leave a little of a lump is to leave the whole thing. That means that if you left a little bit behind, you didn't close all the doors, so it can still come back and get you, or it could be rotten if you didn't destroy the whole thing or took care of it all the way. So if something is only taking care of a little bit and it's not taking care of all of it, is the job complete? Did you finish the whole bread or did you throw it out? You see what I'm trying to say? If you leave a little bit, if you leave anything to be open, it could come back. Close your doors. Make sure that you heal before you move on in another relationship. A lot of people break up and they leave somebody and they get with somebody else, or they already got somebody lined up. So they never really going back to nobody. They already just going back to what they was familiar with. And going back to something familiar means that person do not want to get out of their past. They want to be stuck in a cycle that never ends. That never ends. Have you ever heard the voice of the blue corn moon, or wonder if we are white or copper skin? Let me play the song because I like the words. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? It's a wonderful song. What if every purchase was an investment in your business? And it's not just that, it's a song. Business cards. You can redeem. I'm not promoting anything. So many places, I guess that must be so. Still I cannot see. One is me. There's so much that you don't know. You don't know. And when we go through these things and we think that this is more beauty to life than the joy of this life can bring. If you could touch one and you can touch many, if you make one heart to be brighter and lighter, then surely you can touch one, make that contagious. Let that be passed on. I'd rather for that to be passed on than to be passed on to nothing and for someone to just pass on. I can still sit here and be able to talk to you people. I'm just saying, every measure is measured to me. And if you know that you live in the right and you live in righteously and your heart is right and you have good intent, then measure everybody up to you. Because if they don't have the same spirit and integrity as you, then they're not like you, period. Follow those principles. Let that work for you so you can use discernment to see which one is you and which one is not. If it's your kid, let them go. If they bring harm or they do something to you, you have to let those ones go. Surely they will pull you down. Because if that spirit is to go against, to be jealous or envy or to partake into anything, whether it's your loved ones, your husband, it could be anybody close to you, I'm telling you, this is how this go. So if you happen to be one of those to be an outcast in your family and you happen to be all alone and you by yourself trying to figure it out, but it's a little hard for you. So what do? Do you stop or do you still let your word get out? Because somebody is being touched. Somebody's being healed. Somebody needed to hear something to inspire them to say, surely I'm better than whatever I thought I was. I thought I was everything because I got all the greens. I got all the lights. Everybody knows me. My family, I'm famous in my family. Do you have to be famous in the industry to only be famous? But if you happen to get to be famous because somebody put you out there and they did the wrong thing and it backfired in their faces, and then you find that your name and things about you is being celebrated, and you don't even know about it because you did something miraculous. You walked away from an entity or a coven of a cult that was there to try to steal your integrity. I'm speaking, so I'm here, so listen to me. I'm a survivor of many things, so I'm able to teach. As the Lord said, speak my words. Tell it to my people. Tell them to represent me. I said, Lord, if you send me, I'll go. I'll speak for you. I'm telling you, it's in blueprint, it's in black and white, or whatever, in red print. It's going to tell you the do's and don'ts. I'm telling you that this whole thing is made after to go after our life. Oh, why would they say they kill the men? Because they don't want us to love one another, to be able to have loving relationships and to be married in a harmonious way, in a healed way. Two healed people, broken, toxic people get together and get married. They think that because their marriage has been a long time, but they've been going through arguments and fights up and down. They can't communicate right. But when they get in the bedroom, they might give you some. You might not get on that night. They might take a week off or might take a month off. I don't know. I don't want you to feel me. They might not be cheating, but they cheating on each other from themselves. Catch it. How can that be? If they're not sleeping with nobody else, how can they cheat on each other? Because they cheated on themselves by not giving in to one another for the reason why they got together in the first place. So if that is the case, then why can it be that that is possible? That if you misusing the time that you spent together to say for death do us part, or I'm gonna do this journey, that means that it's nobody else in the world that you will want to go through your ups and downs with. That if life is going to be difficult, it's no other man or no other woman in this world that I want to go through it with. That is what that means. When you get to that part, now you're thinking about being more healthy. If your mind is intent, is in a healthier place of being healed, so you can bring that woman to be a better version of herself, and likewise that woman. But it takes a woman. A woman can make a man, and a woman can make a woman. How can a woman raise a man? Because we give life to both. It's no such thing that the creator would be a creator and say you could give life to both, but you can't raise both. It doesn't make sense. Not saying that a father can't not raise his female child because the mother's not there. There's many men that do it. They know how to raise and treat that woman, that little girl, if you give her a good balance and raise her up how she should be treated. This is how you should be cared for. This is how you should be nurtured. But a woman can do both. And most fathers don't know how to be, they're not designed to do that. That's why they can't give birth. It is something that a man can't do that women is only designed to do. And women should stay in our own lane because it's things that us women can do that men, that women that we can't do, that men can do because they was designed to do it. We need to be respectful of each other's position and the grace that God put in each one of us so we can understand how to appreciate each other in a harmonious type of way. We should not be looking at each other as meat, as objects, as something to get hard on and to spend all your money and you watching all these booties around. Do you ever get tired of that and say, damn, this is my life. I mean, I know I've seen all the splits. I've seen all the tricks. I've seen all of this. Do your mind not say, I need to get off of this? I'm just spending all my money, my time, and I'm getting excited, and I'm getting excited over and over again. Or I'm not excited no more because I've seen so much of it. It's like, at first it's exciting because it's like, wow, I get all of this and everything I want, I can get it. And it could just come to me. But everything that comes to you easy, is it worth taking because you can get it easily? I learned Save yourself for somebody else. And if yourself got to save yourself for yourself, then you're the best one to save yourself to yourself. Nobody deserves you if the Lord didn't give somebody to preserve you to handle the respect that you gave to yourself. You see how that works? And all that getting, that is my son. And all that getting, get understanding. Get overstanding. If it's under, then you need to watch this again till you can overstand the understanding that you didn't understand. So now when you rewatch it, I hope it touched your mind so you could go back and rewatch it. Look at the book. It's going to tell you some things. It's there to tell you if you're going on track, this is what's going to happen to you. If you hang with these people and this is what they're doing and you're okay with it, even if it's not you, but you're okay with it because you watch them do it to other people and it's okay because they're not doing it to you. Guess what? You being judged because if you didn't stop that person, you ain't stop hanging out with that person, whatever they get, and that's your man's, that's your girl's, that's your problem too. And to each and every one of you, whether they know you or not, and if you hang with somebody knows your other friends and they don't know what you did in your life, and they didn't know if you made corrections and made your life to be right, they get punished too. Because guess what? It's common time. Everybody's getting their get back. Even the politicians, even the CEOs that's sitting on the big podiums. I don't care if you're the presidents of the United States or if you're a president somewhere else. Everybody's getting something that wasn't right, that was done under the code of a guidance of misleading the people for nations and nations and telling us the wrong thing and making the world have celebrations of things that goes against the natural use of the Most High. Why do you need a celebration to celebrate what? Oh, we celebrate. Everybody can celebrate their culture and gyrating in the street, whether you're doing the Labor Day parade or whether you're doing the Alphabet parade, the Rainbow Coalition, and you say, "Oh, that's the rainbow." That's wrong because God made the rainbow to symbolize something that only the righteousness of God can give, and they turn it in and make it mockery and on purpose to hurt or to disgrace or to say, I'm rebelling against you. I don't care what you say. I'm going to still sleep with all the wrong people. I'm going to still sleep with a man. I'm going to still dog my women. I don't care about what you gave me. And even though I came from a woman, I don't like my father. So I don't like other men, or I like men, but I'm not going to treat them good because I remember the first one that supposedly had cared for me hurt me and didn't do right by me. So now when I gave a man a chance, he hurt me and he cheated on me. So now I don't like them. And this one gave me herpes. So I'm going to give it to somebody else because somebody gave it to me. So guess what happens? The killers keep killing innocent people and innocent bystanders. And innocent bystanders cannot be innocent no more. After I tell you, after we know, that means that you should know to cover up or to say no. Because even with that person that's been sleeping around, if they don't care about their body and they loosey goosey, and you find out they've been loose with their body, then they cannot be good for you. If they could show the world, I can freak you in front of everybody and all these women, everybody's doing the same thing and everybody getting these little cults in the back, and they get polyamorous things where they get multiple women and they sign on like if they married and these are the families and have a baby by this one, so they be indoctrinated in the family and they get money to take care of this family after they go and ruin somebody else innocent that's outside of that. You got to be an insider. You don't see the industry every time they date somebody. Do you see them dating regular people outside of there, or is it somebody else that's already in the industry, another actor, another star, another dancer, somebody else, a rapper, or whatever the case is? I don't like saying rappers, I like saying artists because they're musical artists, and some of them are rappers rapping about nothing. They just rapping, talking, and making up stuff. And then you got real artists that actually have talent and they giftedly talented. And this world sees that and exploit us and make us less than what we are, but we don't see that because we get money. You're making money, you have a nice home, you're able to pay your family's bills, nobody's lacking nothing, you're able to do some things because of your gifts. Now, while you're doing that, they're exploiting you because until you find out to get it right, it's some smart ones out there. Pay attention to them. They learn how to get their masters. If you're going to be in something, and so many actors and died without getting their masters, without owning the things that they naturally own and having a right to it. And some smart ones that said, you know what? I'm not going to be one of those. I'm going to own everything that comes from me, because everything that comes from me, I should own it because it's me and I did it and God gave it to me. So it's mine. Nobody's going to misuse that and take that away from me. I'm going to leave something even when I'm not here. I got something that still speaks for me. Just saying, you got those that think like that. Pay attention to those ones. If they're younger, pay attention to them. They're showing how it's supposed to go. It's a blueprint. It's something to give us some type of direction to say, surely these are the steps we must take. These are the way we should go. I'm saying I'm a survivor of many things, of many of those that is lost due to the amount of shenanigans to one person that it took many, a whole goddamn village, a whole goddamn team, a collaborative of people from state to country, from state to state and city to city that ganged up on one person, one woman, one man. But they target one woman because why? You can't be like this. Surely you can't embarrass us. You can't outshine us. I'm not outshining you, stupids. I'm telling you, if you go against the grain of the Most High, you're going against yourself. That is point blank, period. That's not making a mockery and making fun at nobody. If you can't understand what that is, to make a federal, listen, what I'm trying to say to you people. It's a famine. It's an egregious act that happened. It's an abomination that happened in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual streets. That means somebody offended someone, offended the Most High, the power, the all-knowing, the almighty, that knows all living things, owns all things, makes all things, that breathes all things. Some people thought it was wise okay. Some people thought it was wise to cause that one's pain, or to try to stop something, or to send someone that didn't know what love is. And they say, well, why did you? Because when the Lord send you to someone and you were there to help that person to cross over so they could have a better life, and they keep saying no. And it gets to a part, well, I tried. After you try, you move on. It took a lot of years. I just didn't walk away. But when you walk away, and if that blessing is with that blessing, if that favor is with that favor on that person, and that person, whoever it is, if you ever walk across anybody that God put favor in and it gave you favor, and because of that person was in your life got good because of that person, spirit was good. So goodness will follow them. And somebody thought it was nice, sisters, siblings, family, thought it was good to target that one's life and then thought they would have a great life. How? Did you not see? Anything that goes across goes against the Creator. Whatever the Creator say, that is punishment for you. Oh, you judging me. Not judging you. You judge yourself. What you want for yourself is what you get for yourself. If you want goodness, you should speak goodness. If you speak anger, you would get anger because in your soul, you're asking for something, for someone that is not meant for it to be. If you ask for that, that's the same amount of pressure. That's the same amount of force, even more, worse than what you put out. And you got to take that back for yourself. You know what that's called? Some people say, oh, that's just getting their own medicine. That is you feeling how you felt about yourself. Because in order to feel hatred for someone, you gotta have hatred in you. That means you don't love nothing about yourself. Nothing. You're not even proud of what you do, so you just do anything. If you ever get a man or a woman that just do anything, they the daredevils. They want to be the craziest one. They want to be the ones that, or if you put them in a threesome, oh, I'll do it, I'll do that, I can do it, and because they want to be clicks and giggles, they want to be in the end. Or you got to do all these things. You got to sleep with your friend. You got to do the most abominable thing to crush this one spirit. If you can crush, these are the people that choose to go with Satan. Okay, these are the people that worship that the creature rather than a creator, and they do it intently. So if you did it intently, then intently that harm should come back to you. Please believe that it's nothing that a person would have to do, like myself or any others. Is naturally we have the words. I can just speak. It comes with authority. I can just sit here how I'm talking to you. I don't need to do nothing. I can just speak it. Whatever is wished upon me, back to sender immediately. I said it. It's going to happen to you. Why? Because I said it. If I didn't do anything to you, that's my defense. I could defend myself. I could do it out loud. Do it out loud. Do it out loud and do it live. Why? How did I offend? What harm did I cause by saying I have a right to defend myself? I can speak over my life. Lord, protect me from everything and anyone that is not right. Anything that comes against me that is not of you. Dismiss them immediately. Let them burn and crush. Let them see the things of the errors of their ways. Let them get trapped in their own nets. Let them that went astray get crucified in their own ways. Or let them learn to why they should repent and come out of those ways so they can be a better version of themselves and say, I was lost, but now I'm found. If they don't want to be found, leave them. Don't pick them up. They're going to poison you again. Even if they come with a smile. I'm sorry. Are they? Use discernment, is what I'm saying. For one to walk away without knowing and still be able to smile and say, I'm still here. I still care. It's enough. It is enough for most human beings that cannot and will not be able to stand all the things that's happened in the betrayal, and to not to wake up from one day, from 1 year to the next, and that for all other years you have friends, you have family, and these people say, well, I'm going to take all that away. And they figure like, oh, that person will be crushed. That is the goal. When you join into these covens and do these things and you sell your whole soul. And you did it to the one that could have gave you life, that gave you protection, someone that would have loved you, because anyway, they did. And you said no, you made a mockery, you talked behind their back, you went on other people's side. Whatever it is that people do in this life, leave them. Stop eating people foods. They're putting people in jars, doing spell work, putting things or having sex with your period for men and women, or for a man to do that, they binding you to them. Pay attention. Where you can't leave, where you can't break away, and you think it's all the love, and you think, oh, I love them so much, they did so much good things for me. But if it's time to go, and Lord said, if you walk away, do you think that I won't give you better than what you're walking away from? If I'm telling you to walk away from whatever it is that you thought was better for you, I had to. I let it go, and I found the best thing that I ever had, and it was me. And I said, yes, I love me. I love every part of me. And I see why people hate me, why they want to be or do everything to me, because I'm marvelous and remarkable. And if you feel the same way about me, the way you should feel about yourself, I want you to feel the way I feel about myself. Feel that for you. Feel that you're remarkable because something you've been through, you have to have enough courage in yourself to keep going. You have to say, is this enough to make me stop giving up on myself? I don't know. You don't have to know. You just need to know I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Stay on your mission, whatever that mission is. My mission is love. Nobody can take that away from me. You could take away everything else. You say, I took your family. I took your mother, your sister, your brother. I killed your whole goddamn family. And you keep coming, keep coming. You was told to stop. So if you don't stop and you get mopped and you get mollywopped, and then you say, oh, surely she's doing something. No, surely you're doing something because you didn't stop. Some of the effects is happening to you. You getting your get back for whatever you put out into the universe. It's going to remember each and every one of us. It's going to remember what we do. Do you think that it's not a seer that's overseeing us down here to be able to record something and to say, I saw everything that somebody did behind your back? I'm going to say it. I'm going to show you and I'm going to put it out to the world so they can know that it was one that God said, don't touch this one. That's my girl. And my family said, yes, leave her. They didn't. So now they don't want me to say certain things to wake the people up so I can tell you so you can understand. So these enemies don't have a chance to keep getting us. So you can know when you're sitting, you better know what they care about, what they really into. They somebody in a day, and listen. What I'm saying is they use these curriculums to hide dark forces behind something that says God, and know that God's people is going to run there because that's where we want to go. But the heathens know that they are using that as a front to do dark things. Why do you think the pastors and stuff could say, well, somebody's going to come down and give me $500, or somebody going to reach down and give me $2,500? They're able to say these amounts. Do you think they not put spell work on the crowd and before they go there and put that energy out there? So anybody that comes in, they just start digging in their pocket and coming up to the altar and start giving and giving and giving. But somebody on the street that can't feed themselves, or they need something, they need some help, you got it. You ain't give it to them, but you go to church and give everybody all you got, and you don't even know them. Do you think what's going on with that? And then say, I'm a Christian. If someone need help, but you sit down with the help that needs help, and say, have you done it? I have. I bought them food, or if they needed food or whatever it was, Chinese food or whatever it was that I could afford to get them, I was able to sit down and have a conversation, or not have a conversation, but I did what I needed to feed somebody because I would want somebody to feed me. I think like that, even if it doesn't happen to me by the people I did it to. But I think like that because I would want somebody, for the Lord to send somebody in my need if I ever needed somebody to help me. But somebody helped me like that. If I gave myself and I sat down and I did what the requirements was, naturally, not thinking, oh, God going to give me a favor because I did something. Or do you do it naturally just because that's a being? And if you somebody, everybody needs to eat. They make us pay for every goddamn thing. Nothing in here is free. But they make us pay, and everybody's happy to say, I pay my bills. I like paying my bill. Do you ever think about being paid up? I'm not going to go too deep with that because then that's another story. All I'm saying, if it came to kill and destroy and to do us off course, where would the enemy be at, and who would it use? You use the schools. We use the schools your kids go to. Because why? Who they need to impersonate? Who do minds do they need to shape that's shapeable, that's like a sponge? Your children. And they did it from elementary all the way up to 12. That's a lot of years. 12 years of slavery. And they made the movie about it, even if they gave it another meaning, another twist. It's 12 years of slavery that you had to endure. And then you put yourself back in slavery by going to school even more to get a master's or whatever kind of degree we want to get. I'm just saying how to look at what it is for what it is. Not for what you saw I'm not no slave. I wanted to get my degree because I wanted to be a phlebotomist, or I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to give medicine. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a neurologist. I want to be a cardiologist. I want to deal with people's heart. I want to know how the heart works so I can know how to crush it. Or I want to know the functions, the intricate part. Some people do these things with darkness, with dark intentions, and they go into these places where they go to school. Nobody is judging these people because it's free. Nobody can tell these people what to do, but they get into societies that make them more than just regular. They're a little bit more unusual. Now what it is angels and demons. So are they not after? Who are they after, and what is the war? The war is a spiritual war, and if you don't know how to spiritually fight, you're going to lose, because they're going to put you could be laying in your bed, you have a heart attack, they give cancer, they know certain things to do. And it's spiritually, do they know how to use fire, wind, water, earth, sand, cemetery land. They mess with the bones. They go to the dead. They go do strange things. You can still do all these things. Listen, people, those things is not evil until you use it for a dark cause. If you go to a dark one and that dark one can wish or harm someone because somebody said they want to harm somebody, they don't have no principle. They just have money. How much you want to pay me? Yeah, I'll do it with the prices right. And then you touching somebody that is high or privilege in the spiritual realm with the angels of Archangel Michael. Michael's a defender. He's a warrior. Do you think it's not warriors down here? Do you think it's not Michael's down here? Do you think it's not Ariel's down here? Do you think it's not a Metatron down here? For the people, if you don't know them, do you think it's not all these deities that we call on, these spirits? Do you think they won't come down in the physical if they have to get rid of somebody or to make an example out of each and every one of you that went against one of God's ones? Oh, they can and they will. And they work in the same fields. They work in the hospitals. You got good and bad on every side. Everybody's not good and everybody's not bad, but you do got angels and you do got demons. And they say the angels, can they be? If you got that, you have to understand that those people came with something dark. They came from that. They already knew what the darkness went through and they walked through it. So they got both things and they understand how to learn to be balanced in this life. And it's cool. One of these, I'm one of your good peoples. So when you're uplifting and you sharing light and love to the ones that is lost and they feel some type of way, feel it. Feel offended. Let it hurt your bones. I don't care. I'll tear your mask off for free. If the Lord never paid me nothing, I'll still do this gladly. I'll do it gladly. I'll do it with a smile. I'll do it with everything. I'll do it with the skin showing my teeth. I'll do it. Why? Because the Lord did everything to set me free, and I'm still standing here. And because of that one, I said, I'll show the world who you are. I'll tell them about you. I'll show them why we should not miss your glory, because this world don't care nothing about you. It took you out of the schools. It said not to pray. It gave us all the things that God said, no, stay away. What did we do? We ran to it. You ain't got your friends, you hang with your crew, you're drinking, we smoking, we doing everything that the Lord said. If you do those things and then you unstable, then you get somebody, are you protecting your life? Or are you telling me something without saying it to me? Are you telling me that you don't care about what you do if I'm telling you not to do it and I'm the protector that give life and death to you? You're not going to listen to that one. No. Why? Because you believe that it's a creature that gave you the power and you call that your God. And you say, that's my creator. Okay. What happened is that person or people done sold their soul. They gave up their birthright. Okay. So to join an organization or to be inside any of these fields, that means you gave up your birthright. To give up your birthright means that you gave up the use of being a natural woman for a natural man. You gave up a natural man, being a natural man for a woman to be with another man. And God said, no. Who told you to do that? That goes against me. That's not my principle. I did not do that. I didn't tell my children. I didn't give my loved ones, my women, the mother of civilization, to be creators, to reprocreate, to give a balance of order in nature, earth, and water, to be a balance of the heavens and the earth, to balance that out, to understand what makes that work. I know about the spiritual principles. So if you cross it, if you don't have a lawyer, you can get a lawyer down here. But if you mess up with the Lord and you got a fence down here and you need somebody to bail you out, there's no money that nobody can give you, because money don't come from there. Money can't help you there, is what I'm trying to say. It can come and give you things. But if you can't use up there to help bail you out, if you don't know spiritual law, then you just asked out. And I just said it, and I'll say it again. If you do a crime down here, now you got the law crime that works for this world down here. If you steal, if you shoot somebody, you kill somebody, rape somebody, you won't get in trouble. If they catch you, you get locked up, right? If you got weed or drugs or whatever, you got a gun, you get locked up if they catch you. They give you some time or whatever. You might get somebody to bail you out. They might give you the honor for that. Or you might not get bail money because even if they gave you bail and you still don't have nobody to bail you out, you can't afford it. But guess what? If you do a spiritual crime and you could do a crime down here, you might get helped out. You can find help. You get a lawyer, you get somebody to help bail you out or to represent you. But when you do a spiritual crime in a physical realm, it's nobody down here that can help you. You better cry. And even if you don't, you will. Because you're going to want to know, is there anybody, all of your spiritual people that say, y'all don't believe the spirits and I don't believe in that, I don't believe in it. That means that you're going to be asked out because we do. And we don't. That's where the help comes from. And that's where the protection comes from. So you're going to want to know one of those people. You're going to be hunting around. You cannot find them in the yellow paper. You can't even look them up. You can't ask Ceres. Go ahead. I dare you. Ceres or Bixby or whatever their name is. Ask them, do you know where the blessing is? Who are the blessed ones? And what are their names? And where is them? So I can be protected because I did something wrong, but I need to be protected because I want to change my life from being wrong. Where can I go? Because I don't have that protection for myself. I gave up my birthright and I gave up the right to be protected by the God Almighty. And I did the wrong thing. How can I get back in God's sight? You would need one of God's ones. You're going to need it. And that's why it's 144 of us. And you ain't going to know everything. And you ain't going to know where everybody's at. But if you ever had one, and my people that do know me, and you did the wrong thing by me, that's too bad for you. And it's too bad. Unless you decide to do something right by me.
Yeah.
Unless you decide to do something right by the ones you wrong, for the wrongest reason in this life, you don't have to get back. You don't have to say, I want to be your friend again, but you need to want to make it right and bear all your wrongdoings to the one that you wrong for the wrong reason. You can't do that. Oh, that's too hard. I can't tell you that I cheated on you, that I slept with your man. I did stuff while you was there. I was with them the whole time, and I knew that he was talking about you. I knew they didn't really care about you. I knew your whole family was ganging up on you. I was part of it, and I was standing there when you was called. I wouldn't say nothing. I was there in the background. I knew who he was talking to, but I didn't say nothing. I knew when you wasn't home, and I slept in your home. I'm just saying. If you did any of these things and you know what you did and you know how you did it, and you think that, well, if I don't say nothing, then I'm going to just die with it. You're still being exposed because nothing is going down in the graves. Nothing is going down unnoticed. Even the graves, even the people from their sleep that crossed over already is talking about it. So if the dead can wake you up and say to somebody or a child, hey, listen up, somebody hurt me. Or you got children that talk to say, well, I got a friend. And you say, well, I don't know who they talking to. I don't see nobody, but they know their names. They know they got a family. It's no such thing as death, is what I'm saying. It's only a physical imagination. You'll see the physical body go down. That spirit is alive and well. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not scarred up. It don't have holes in it. It's nothing. It's able to exist in and out of the world. In order to have that peace, for that peaceful one, they need to be vindicated. And when you mess with a family bloodline, or you mess with the ancestors that fought somewhere, just like if you think about Martin Luther King or Dr. Sebi, you keep them alive. Why? Because they left something that you can marvel and still use to today's date. Do that mean that they're alive or that they're dead? They're more alive as they was when they was here, but now they could still live because you still use what they left for you to use here. Do you understand? That means that that spirit is not gone. If you can communicate with them, even in your dreams, they can send you messages. That's more real than this world here. Because if you die over there, it's just like you died for real. Do you not hear people die in their sleep? Oh, I don't know where. They seem to be healthy. They seem to be happy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. They was here a minute ago. Somebody saw something. Something happened. Somebody drunk something that was poison in their sleep. These people are so cunning. They so evil. They know how to poison you in your sleep. And you wonder why family members keep going, why you keep burying family members. Think a little deep. Who don't like who? Who's close to you while things just keep going around? If you got too many people, it's going to be impossible for you to figure out who's who. If you get one and you just know one, you can see many. If I know you by your attributes, then I know you. Listen, I got the whole recipe. I just read it to you. It's none of them. If any of these spirits exist and I go in a book and I find out that anybody got these spirits, I know to stay away from you. Simple. Me and you have nothing in common. I can't do nothing with you. You can't be on my team because you cause misery and you like people to be miserable. You're jealous. You say, I'm your friend. If you got a name called Grace, people name their kids. And if you got a friend that makes believe they're your friend, but they not, and they say things because they want you to have something or they want to take away something from you, but they want to be around because they see you got something. They don't know what it is, but they like being around it because it feels good. They can benefit off of it. Oh, you're so kind. You're kind-hearted. You're giving. You're soft. You're easily soft-spoken. And then they see another side when it comes against the side that says everybody has it, where they say, okay, you don't cross the boundary that you shouldn't have crossed. So surely, do I still show you remorse or I just walk away? Now, I can walk away. I'll take everything back with me. I'm not even mad at you people. Go your own way, and whatever you get, return to sender anyway. Period. Oh, you wishing something on me. My life is bad. This is going wrong. You got to be doing something. No, you did something to yourself by doing something to somebody else that didn't deserve it. Any innocent soul cannot bear the weight of putting anybody that's putting something on somebody that is innocent. Any innocent being that worketh for the Lord, you're interfering in a spiritual situation. That is a crime in itself. There's nobody there to help you with that. That is the highest court of all the whole planet and this whole goddamn universe. So if somebody working with that and you wondering why they can still sit here, why they can still talk, and why we still get on the channel, and why we still talk, and why we still breathe it and tell people, look, I work for this one. You can't do nothing with that. God got his covering and the entities got their covering. And guess what? Their cover don't work because when I walked away, everything fell down. There you go. And I didn't even know they was playing the game. How can you win something and don't even know you're being played with? And you won anyway? Won what? I didn't know. I just walked away. I had enough of these people. They wasn't being respectful to me. They was giving me a hard time. One of them. But the other ones deceived me. And they all lied to me. So if I asked you a question and you didn't answer me correctly and you lied to me with a smile. Oh no, you ever talk to my man? You ever? No, never. But then 15 years later, a year later, 10, 15 years, you've been with the same person I've been with, and you came to my mother's funeral. You sat, listen, people, what I'm saying is you got people that will sit next to you. I've been through that. I'll let them live. Most people, they can't live through that. They want to shoot somebody, take them out of the way. They want to harm somebody, get them unalive. No, don't unalive nobody. If you're alive, let them hurt themselves. Let them take themselves away. The Lord said, this battle is not mine. It's not yours. I mean, the battle is not yours. It's for the Lord, because who did they attack if they know you're working for me? Who do they have a problem with? These are unbelievers. I mean, vicious unbelievers, that's haters of God with a vengeance that would kill anybody that represent that one, that correct one, because that shows all the incorrections that they live. And they looking at this one like, how did you figure it out to live a righteous life? How come you didn't get caught up? I'm like, because I didn't want to be none of those things that somebody could say they saw me somewhere. Oh, I seen her in the strip club. I saw her doing this. Yeah, I know that she's a fraud. Okay, where? Prove it. If you're going to say something about somebody, you damn well better be telling the truth, because if the truth ever survives and the truth stands up and it talks and speaks to you, what are you going to say if all of you did the wrong thing and you went on the wrong side for the wrong reason and you lost everything by losing yourselves, by coming at the one because she's one queen, and you went on the other side and thought that you could be mean with a vengeance? Why? What did she do? She loved you and told you that y'all could be better than yourself. Oh, let's poke her, stab her, chop her head off, take her mother out the way, get her stepdad, get these people out the way. Let's come for our children. Oh, damn, we can't get the children. Ah, We can't get her. Well, we'll come to your door if you come to my door. Don't come for me because I came for none of you. If you started with me, then you started with yourself, and it's going to finish with you. That's not bragging. That's not I dare you when I'm starting trouble with anybody. I'm telling you, if I did nothing to you and you wish death on me or whatever you doing to people that is like me or anybody out there in relationships, please open your mind and open your eyes. These women and men are vicious. They would do things to hold somebody, and when that backfire, it's not going to be good for the people that did it. Because if you're wishing for somebody to do a love spell for somebody to be with you, and you want them to be crazy over you, when that shit backfire and it don't work no more, guess what? Now you crazy over that person. That person don't got them want you. Or I'm gonna bind myself together to be with this man or this woman so they can't be with nobody else. That means that you're playing the creator and you bending somebody else's will. To bend somebody's will against their willpower and they don't know, and you want to play God because that's a God too. It is. But that God is not stronger than the one of faith that knows that it comes from the creator that created both, especially if that person came from a dark place and they already know about that and they know how to get past that because that life or those spirits, they left that. So that energy don't exist in that person. They healed. Once you get healed, the enemy knows there's no place for them. So when I'm saying to you, get healed so you can see which one is the enemies that's coming against you, that's sitting at your table and asking you for a drink or saying, come on, girl, let's go out. Cousin, friends, mother, I don't care what it is. They smile. And a lot of times if they fixing food, watch some of these people and look at what they beliefs are. If they have any of these doctrines, rewind this tape, read the book, see it with see what spirits doctrinate in yourself if you have any of these behaviors. If you have any of these behaviors, whether you believe the devil's real or not, whether you practice anything or not, these spirits believe in people that don't believe. These are unbelievers. And people that don't believe, I don't believe in using I use sage and Palo Santos, right? And speaking over my word to clear the energy, to make sure your energy around you is good. And you rebuke anything that is not. It's simple. There's authority there, and especially for somebody that's in authority that God said, use your words to speak life over you. Why you can't? Is that a crime? Who want to lock you up because you know your authority and you know what words you can use as a demand? If it offends anybody, let it offend them. So what's the difference? You work for Uncle Sam. You gave your life up. How are you mad at me? They made a mockery at you. And then the devil, after it takes everything and make a fool out of you, after the people you made a fool for, those are the ones that's still going to make a fool out of you because you did the wrong thing to the wrong person for the wrong reason. And they knew it. So if you got people that make you go against somebody that's righteous, that's kind-hearted, that's loving, and even if you don't like them, the best thing to do is leave them. Walk away. Don't do nothing to harm them. Tell them that you appreciate them or not. But I'm going to go my own way and go away very quietly. But if you do anything to this person and anybody that knows that this person is being done wrong, as many that watch as many that goes down. Everybody gets held accountable one by one for whatever position they play. If you're not sure, read the book. It's going to tell you what part you played. Like it or not. You could take it or let it alone. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to change my words for you. If I offend anybody, people know me and they happen to watch me. They're like, yeah, I saw you. I'm like, yeah, okay, thank you. But if I said anything to inspire and uplift you and to save your soul so you can watch, so when the enemy try to sit down, you know, like, I see you a mile away. Yeah, leave those ones there because they would drag you down and try to take your life away. And whatever it is, even if I have nothing, I have everything that God gave me. You say, well, we bet you won't. Whatever it is, I'm saying I'm a survivor of a hate crime or family that didn't like this one because God said that one belongs to me. How come? How come come she gets favored? How come this one gets this? How come I can't get that? What did I do? Didn't I go through stuff? Didn't I have a hard time? I did things right. I've been hurt too. How come I'm not being looked at? How come I'm not being favored like you? What did you do in the times that trouble happened for you? Did you complain? Did you dismiss anybody? Did you show love to the people that show love to you? Did you dismiss your mother? Did you argue? Did you do some things after somebody said, please forgive me? Did you make it better? Or did you pretend? Was you a taker? I got to listen, man. I got siblings that is takers. And then they teamed up with other takers. These are spirits that come back and meet up with each other in this lifetime so they could get together, knowing and unknowingly, that they're doing something to come against the great divine. It is a spiritual crime that has happened, and they did it to one of his chosen. They did it to someone that God said, no, this is my one. And a whole lot of them. And I walked away, and they having a conniption. Oh, Shirley, we must study you. What are you studying? If you want to study, study my words. I'm telling you what you did. If you go against God, no matter how many of you, if you work for this world and this world told you to go against the greatest use of yourself and to give up your birthright for some piece of change or to be a goddamn Judas to sell your own goddamn brains and then go away and then leave your children after they got grown and you walked away. Both fathers did the wrong things to this wrong mother right here, and this mother's still standing. She's saying, so what? I still live for God anyway. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? If you took everything, after you take something from somebody and you got rid of everything, what do you think that person could do? After they went through stuff and they've been through everything and a lot of things and they still standing here and they still smiling at you and they still saying, I know what you're doing, but you still can't stop me from praising the Most High that's still covering me. Thank you, ancestors. I got to give it to them. You should honor them. If you have nothing, you say it. I thank you for holding me. I thank you for sparing me and watching over me and keeping me and telling me who are my enemies, who's those that don't love me genuinely. Keep them away from me and expose every last one of them to me because I want to know so they can't be in my life no more. New life, new way, new begin. Now, I stayed on longer than I expected, but I hope that I enlightened anyone and I uplifted or gave some inspiration or understanding, overstanding to some of the things that I taught or that I wanted to bring awareness to. It's called message. Please get the message for people that's in these clubs or in a relationship that don't have nothing to do with this, with the community or whatever it is, and people that's living their life reckless. Archangel Michael, please rebuke whatever it is trying to stop me from speaking. Thank you. If you live in your life recklessly and you having reckless sex and you doing all kinds of things, going to a hotel, sneaking around, doing things with your body that you shouldn't do, you preserve yourself. Why? Give yourself to someone that is worthy of giving themselves to you. Let it be one and two because there's too many things that's going around. It's diseases, it's AIDS, it's syphilis, it's things that's going around, and people don't mind to give it to people like you. So if you're being mindful, you say, well, I ain't giving myself to nobody, or I might give myself to somebody. Either way, none of you out there in business. But if you are divine, empress or emperor at this time, for soulmates and people that's looking for their other half, should not be sexing as the regular people at this time. Until you get to the one that God said, this is yours to prescribe. This person is safe. Until you know that you're safe, you should be safe to yourself. Keep your mind closed and your ears open. Keep your heart open and your legs closed. Either way, listen, it will take you far. Use your nose. Keep your nose open so you can smell, so you can see. You can see things if you can't see. You can feel things that you can't feel. If you can feel everything that this life didn't give you and it don't tell you in front of your face, if you didn't see somebody doing something, so that means that if you don't got no proof, if you still was able to see it in your dreams, if you was able to hear it, if you could hear something or if you could see something and somebody wrote something down or you was able to see it and there's a picture came in your head and it showed you everything that was hidden from you, and you've seen the things that happen in your bed or in your home or away from you. Do that means you don't have no proof because they said, oh, you got a text, do you got something that's physical for this world that we can relate and look at? Well, if you don't, it doesn't mean that person don't no have no proof because you didn't say or you can't see it. If they can tell you everything you did, even if you said, well, if I deny it, it's my word against this. It's no word against the truth, and the truth is going to prevail. Even if you said no and you say no to the truth, and the truth could reveal that you're a lie, you ain't got no wins. I'm just saying, I don't care what you do, where I go, what I don't have, what you took away. We took away your phone. You have evidence. You ain't got no more evidence. If you did anything in my name, if you went against me in any way, it is a power that's above all in every names that knows everybody and everyone and knows each and every one of our names. And I work for that one, and I proclaim that I am a child of God by the universe. And I went to the school of the university. I went to the best school that told me to screw people that don't think about the creator, and they don't care about the creator, but they worship the creature more than the creator. I have nothing left for you but to abuse your ego and to shame you and knock your mask off for free because you play with women as you play with your body, and the men use the men to mess with their minds to go after people that's innocent and healthy. If you having a healthy relationship and you something happens in your relationship and you have friends, cousins, or whatever, other women around or other men around, please believe if something didn't work, is one of those clowns that made sure it didn't go down, because those are happiness haters. They hate to see people that's together, that's working together, that can build together. And if there's a woman that can help that man to be his better self, until that man see himself as being his best self and say, I want to lead this life because this is not who I want to represent. I did it. I learned. I don't like it. I want to repent. You need to repent to the right one that God said that is for you, that was for me. You got to repent to that one. Everybody got to come to that one if they wrong that one that God said that was mine, and that surely that one was sent for me. You would have to. It doesn't matter if you feel like it or not. Otherwise, you go the other way. You just get out of here where you never have to. But either way, you be exposed. Either way, it's not going to work out good for you. I don't care who you are. You go to the moon, you go to Timbuktu. You can act, hello, anybody can help me and represent me. I need a lawyer. I sleep with you. I rub your neck. I do a little fix. I do a little trick. Who you want to get? This one. Uh, who Let me see it. Let me see a picture. And you got practitioners saying, hell to the no. I'm not touching this one. You crazy. You trying to get me killed like you? Mm-mm. You got people that don't even listen if they say no. And the spiritual laws, so the ones that do, they know certain ones that's not willing to save or to take any type of money because they understand the principle or what that will happen for them and their family and they whole goddamn legacy. So if anybody's connected to some of these people, I don't care if you're a Virgo, Pisces, Aries, or Leo, all these people, Leos and Sagittarius, Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn. I think I pretty much said Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Geminis, all the goddamn zodiac signs, damn near everybody that did the wrong thing and got in cahoots with something that told them, yeah, you can do it. We've been doing this for so long. And then it got them stopped because you came at the one that was too goddamn strong. What is she strong with? Her own goddamn faith. Who she believe? Herself in the goddamn mighty creator that created me to not to give a damn about whatever the creatures got to say. They're not human. They human in the daytime, but they soulless in the day and they soulless at night. But you can't see it unless you hang with them. They call having a double life. They got a light down here. They stand up citizens. They preach out the Bible, lying to our kids, and they preaching. If they in these places, listen to me, children. If anything is sitting down telling you about being good and listening to the gospel of God, and they telling you in the wrongest goddamn way, because God already said if you go this way and you hang and go to Romans and look at that Romans 1 and go to start at 20 and go down. It's going to tell you the natural use of a man to exchange your natural use for the same sex, or for the woman to do the same, to change your use for being with a man to be with another woman. Those are curses. You're cursed. And so is your family. That means that you're going to be corrupt and double minded in all your ways. It doesn't matter if you have a job and you can pay your bills and you keep everything neat and you're not graded properly. If it goes against the Lord, it just goes against the Lord all the way. It's not, well, you got a little bit right. Well, I'm going to give you this. And you say, well, I'm going to see where I sit at. And like, either you understand you should not change the use of who you are. Some men understand to still stay a man. They don't need a vagina to be with another man. It's stupid. You, I'm okay. Let me say it in another way. When I said it's stupid, I'm not calling the person stupid. I'm saying the thinking of the logic. It is not fruitful to think that way. It's not a positive way of thinking. To change the use of yourself to be with the same sex, and you changing yourself for the people that the woman that you're not attracted to women, but you want to be like a woman to be with the same sex as a man, or you change your sex to be with a woman to look like a woman just to be with a woman, but you don't want to be with a woman as a man. Psychological something is is happening. The the chakras is not, you're not in line is what I'm saying. You're not on the right frequency. Is a mismatch. Something is mismatched and it's not right. So till next time, I'm glad I left you with something. If I helped anyone or inspired anyone, I pray that this message got out, and if somebody that saw it, they can take a listen or not. But it's time for us to rise. We need to rise up to our best self, not what the world told us to be, what we was created to be. Why don't we stand up for principles that we seen people in our family line that were strong men and women that stood for something? We had integrity. We didn't just do everything because we was able to get money. You can still get money, but don't you want it with integrity? Don't you want some principles, or do you want to do it by showing everything to everybody? The women want to show everything. Women, please find yourselves to get back to why we should uphold ourselves. Cover yourself. Make the men wonder about who we are. Even if you was that way, you dance on stage or you fly across the pole. Men, if you was a male stripper, whatever you was in this world, whatever you used to be, let it be what you used to be. Make something better of yourself so you can say, that's not me. That's who I used to be. I was enslaved, but I'm not a slave no more. I'm up, I'm awoke, and I'm free. Free your mind and your spirit. This world can't touch you because it has nothing. You don't live by their rules. It doesn't have no authority. Period. Once you don't have any of the attributes, I just read it for you. Go back and play the tape, read it again, listen to it again, do some research, whatever makes your tail spin. Whatever it is, I hope that I left something for you. And for the people that mock God, shame on you. And I don't feel bad for you. That's too bad for you. So, till next time, see you. Bye for now. I'm trying to figure out how I end. I don't remember. Oh.